I put the blinds down, I think.
Yeah.
I'm sad.
You can put the blinds down. Just set the mood.
Not much of a difference, is it?
No, that's literally no difference whatsoever. I can't notice any difference. We need maybe a little bit actually. You're not looking to.
I'll center myself a bit more.
Center myself. I need to compose. Just compose.
I just
There you go. How are you happy? You're happy now? You're in a good place? Give us a big screen. So hopefully your dinner is not going to turn up. Could be too long.
I mean, it will, but I won't eat it now because I got my prosthetics in.
I think we want to. I kind of want to see you eat live on air.
No.
Why not?
Because I hate eating with the prosthetics.
Oh, okay.
It's really annoying.
No, that's fair. How you doing today, anyway, man? You're good.
Yeah, I'm good.
What have you been doing today?
Yeah, what I sent earlier in the chat.
You have actually. You've been making some music today.
Yeah.
I might well do a little bit of like a little bit of a presentation then. I'll be honest, I might have just gone live already, so.
Fucking.
we are online. Say hello to everyone. Everyone. Hello. Hello. To everyone that's watching. You know me, mate. I like to keep you on your toes, mate.
Yeah.
Big up to anyone that is watching in. We got Mandy's in. Big up Mandy. Big up Tom. Big up Sammy Hall. Big up Sammy is in. And big up to Dan. Big up to Kira.
Look at my magic trick.
What have you got? What is it? A brand new mic. You want to like get some sellotape, get some duct tape, and like tape the mic to your. Take it to your mouth. I don't know. Oh, we got.
I mean, think of the position it is in.
I got a bigger one though. Look. Look at the size of this boy.
Mine's longer though.
Oh really? That's what he said. We got Gene. Gene's in. Hey Gene.
Hello.
Yeah, I tell you what. Look, I'm gonna roll it back. Let's do a bit of an official announcement, a bit of an official overview start. As always, it's chaotic. So, don't interrupt me. I've got to do my introduction.
Yeah, do your introduction.
Okay. Do give us a share if anyone can give us a share on this. That'd be fantastic. But yes, hello and welcome to another edition of Overviewed, in which I interview a member of the Overview family, someone who is a member of the drum and bass scene. Tonight we have a very special interview. This one has been a while coming, as obviously he has been part of the label for quite a long time now and has not done an overview just yet. He is a producer who has released more music with us than anybody else. He has also released more EPs with us than anybody else. We also hold the prestigious title of releasing his first ever EP. And I'm, of course, talking about the one and only, the Viennese wizard. It's Marcus Kokar, a.k.a. Wingz.
You spelled my surname wrong.
It's Kokar, no? It's
Kochar.
Oh, it fucking is, isn't it? It's
Kochar.
Kochar. Okay, so anyone out there that ever wanted to know how you actually pronounce Marcus's second name, it's not Kokar, it's Kochar.
Yes.
Sorry.
Kind of.
Say it for me again. Go on, give us another.
Kochar.
Kochar.
Ko.
Kochar.
Cool.
And it's Wingz. Wingz as well. That's the name.
It
Wingz.
was that. And Marcus with a K, not a C.
Do you not? Why do you should spell Marcus with a Z? Actually, that could be a good.
Marcus?
Marcus.
Marcus. Oh, you mean the Z instead?
Yeah, why? I don't know why you
instead
don't update that. Because obviously, if you're Wingz with a Z, you could also be Marcus with a Z as well to like complete the branding. You know, maybe. We'll think about that. We'll think about that. Okay, maybe not. Gene says, "Welcome to the fam of pronouncing names wrong." Yeah, no, I'm a pro. I'm a pro name pronouncer wrong. I do actually know that it's not Gene, but I just like to say Gene now, just because it's so wrong. But yeah, big up to anyone that is watching right now. Thank you for joining. I know this is always a little bit of a weird thing that we kind of do. Please do give us a share if you can. Please get involved if you have any comments or have any questions for Marcus that you would like to know. Now is the time to ask him any questions that you may have. Absolutely anything. Nothing is off limits. We're doing a full the history, the story of Wingz. But I'll tell you what, we'll go in because obviously we are doing this in relation to your brand new EP, which is going to be out tomorrow, the Affection EP with Sammy Hall. And yeah, do you want to just maybe tell us a little bit about that EP, about the kind of history of it? Because you've been working on it for quite a while, right? That was a long time.
Yeah, on and off, 9 months.
Damn, that's a long time.
Yeah, but I tweaked it, went back, then got the vocal, went back, then made a bunch of new mix downs, tried it on different systems. I don't know. What was the? Why is this not loading?
We have our first question here actually, which is related to the EP. And okay. Kevin Rodriguez, big up to Kevin, asks, is there any specific reason why you wanted more liquid sounds on the EP? He also says all love and support. That's a good question. Why? Why was the liquid? What was the feeling? Why?
I was a bit tired of DJ tools. I love a good deep roller, but sometimes you want something with a bit more substance behind it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit, my internet's acting up.
You're alright, you're still with me. Is it what you gotta be careful of? I think if you're actually gonna try and watch this as well and keep up with all the comments and stuff. That could be
I want to see the comments.
I want to see the comments. Yeah, I mean, you could do it. Get it up on your phone. Have you not got a phone? You could watch it on your phone rather than on. That's what I tend to do. Have you got to give it a share as well. Please do give it. Do give it a share for us, Marcus. I'm just gonna spam it out to some people.
Now I see comments. I minimized it.
There you go.
Now it works. What the fuck?
We got Matt Wilson that says, yes, Wingz, king of the sub. Have you got any tips to how to make a good sub?
Clip it.
Clip it, there you go, clip it. Simple as that.
Yeah. Just have movement, but look that you have a constant low end going. And spread the third harmonic or the fourth harmonic so it sounds like it's wide, but it's actually not. It's how Skeptical does it, I assume.
There you go. That's how there you go, Matt. That's how you make a sub. Go and take that specific
it's just a sine wave and the third or fifth harmonic. Ooh. Low pass filter and pretty easy.
So tell me a little bit more about the EP though. You said you obviously, because obviously you are quite. I mean, not saying known for it, but obviously I think a lot of your music is very kind of DJ friendly music. A lot of rollers. But you're saying you wanted
Yeah,
to.
it's very DJ friendly. I always get like yesterday Coherent tweeted like, how does Wingz make his tunes so darn mixable? I'm like,
But
I don't know.
do you go in with that in mind? Do you actually sort of think I want to make this tune mixable
Not.
and DJ friendly?
I mean, I always want to have like a way to play it properly
Yeah.
because I DJ'd 5 years before I even got into producing, so I got the structure down and shit.
Hmm. I mean, I think that does have a big impact when if you have started off as a DJ and then got into producing, probably obviously more influenced in that way to make music that is a bit more DJ friendly. But then obviously you stepped away, like you're saying, you stepped away from the liquid sort of thing. You stepped away from the liquid, from the deep kind of roller kind of thing. But that was a conscious choice, and you've been happy about the way that was. I mean,
Yeah, I like to switch things up sometimes, you know. And just this day I enjoy making like some stupid deep minimal, and the other days I like making something melodic
yeah.
or like with a bit more substance behind it, like not your typical one note bass line kind of stuff.
Hmm.
But it's really mood, depends on my mood. I don't know, it's just completely random.
Do you think the lockdown had an influence on this EP? Like, because obviously, like, there is no clubs and all that. So do you think that you? I mean, do you think that was consciously or not?
I don't think so, to be honest. Since lockdown, since March last year, I've written over 30 tunes. So kind of, not really.
You haven't been too impacted then. You've still been like just writing what you want. It's not like I said, you've not been struggling to make club music then.
A little bit lately because I've made so much melodic shit, but in general, not really. All my club tunes are very basic and stripped back. It's just about finding the right groove and have an initial idea to go with.
Okay. We do have a couple of questions here actually. Jean asked, "What track are you most proud of so far?" If you are, that's putting you on the spot right there. You know how to put him on the spot there, Jean. Or Jean. Sorry.
I think Ethereal.
Ethereal.
Yeah.
That one hasn't. That's forthcoming though. That one hasn't been out yet.
Yeah.
You really think so far?
Yeah, I like that one a lot. It's really interesting to me, and the acapella works great and has a lot of variety. The drums sound clean. It's fun to listen to. Yeah, I think if you're
what about actual tracks that you've actually released so far?
I mean, Sorrow.
That's always the one.
Or Hurt maybe.
What about off this EP? What's your favorite track off this EP?
I think Affection, because it's really unconventional. It's only one drop, and you don't even notice that it has only one drop. You just listen to it, and it just rolls and doesn't get boring for me.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Okay, no, that's good. Well, someone actually has asked because Someone's asked, have you got any tips on female vocal processing? I love the kind of glassy sound on Sammy's voice.
It depends. It depends on the material you're working with, but like in general on acapellas, like I don't know, just random acapellas from the internet, I usually boost the trebles and the highs quite a fair bit and put a lot of chorus on it, some reverb, more chorus, maybe some OTT, like to bring out to see, and if you can bring out some artifacts or if it sounds good, and compression to make it even, like because the vocal has a lot of dynamics. And if you're only using like a word or two, you don't want it to dip too much, so you compress it a bit, make it more even, and just some reverb sends and delay sends and shit who come in ever so often to keep it interesting. And I cut lots of the lows, like till 500-600 maybe.
Okay.
Because the thing beneath, either it sounds shit or that frequency range is getting obstructed by like the mid ranges or some low mid subs, like the 300 hertz area. Yeah, it depends really how you use it, but yeah, boost a lot of highs and treble, and that makes it, in combination with the chorus, makes it sound very glassy.
So that is the technique you applied for Sammy's vocals and to get that sound.
I haven't done too much on distance between us, just some sends, but on affection I made that, yeah. The affection vocal is a bit more processed.
I think you can hear that.
Yeah, and I asked her if that's okay. She was like, yeah, cool.
No, it's always good. I mean, you said that she was really good to work with, Sammy. She was like really like quick and responsive.
Really responsive and was really, really sick.
Yeah.
Usually you have to wait like 1, 2, 3 weeks until something comes back. But she was really quick on distance between us, and then I sent her the clip I had from Affection, and she wrote something over that as well, even quicker. I was like, yeah, sick, let's do it.
That's always good when you get like a first take or something just flows that naturally, I guess.
It's really cool.
You can kind of hear that.
It doesn't obstruct your workflow. Like you can still be in the zone, and you don't have to wait like 2 weeks, and because the ball isn't in your zone, so you can't do shit. Like you can tweak the mixes, but you don't have the vocals, so you can't really progress.
No.
Because, of course, what I'm also doing, if I have a vocal, resampling it in various ways, like making risers out of it or sweeps to sit in the track, so it glues better with the vocal as well.
Yep.
And just in general, resample it a lot of times, pitch it down, pitch it up, put some reverb on it, and just layer that with the main vocal to get a bit more substance out of it.
Yeah, you fill up the space so much more.
Pretty
obviously
much,
using it. No, that's good. That's good. It's interesting. We have more questions here. Please do keep us the questions coming, because this makes my job a lot easier to not have to think about things to talk about. So please, if you want more questions for Marcus, please keep them coming. Jean asks, what are your expectation of the D&B scene 10 years from now in terms of sound? So he's asking. So what's your expectation of the D&B scene 10 years from now? Where do you think the D&B scene will be in 10 years in terms of sound?
That's insanely hard.
Yeah, I know. Don't. You got to ask that's quite an abstract question.
You wanna bet 20 quid if Foghorn still exists in 10 years?
Mate, foghorn for life, mate. Foghorns are not going anywhere. Maybe it will develop. Maybe there'll be some kind of new. It won't be foghorns.
Yeah,
it will be.
Could go completely back to the roots, or it could become even more technical. Even though I don't know how that will be possible.
Yeah, I can't. I mean, they say obviously trends like. I swear trends do go in like 10-year. They go in 10-year cycles. I swear that's kind of like or 8 to 10-year cycles.
Is it?
I'm pretty sure that's kind of what they reckon in terms of what is kind of popular, kind of comes back round again, and then obviously is kind of tweaked. Because I think the whole kind of like 90s like kind of stuff has kind of come back round a bit, and I don't know. It's like this ever-going sort of cycle, in a way.
I mean, I don't think like any subgenre specifically ever vanishes. There are still people who are making tunes in that vein. And even if they only have 100 followers on SoundCloud or anything, or are only on small labels, but there always is, like, this is always gonna exist.
Yeah, I think you're right, but it's that thing, isn't it? It sort of like comes and goes. Like I'd say like neurofunk, you know, say give it like, I don't know, like 6-7 years ago, you know, like when Dead Limit was kind of out and Eat Brain were really at their kind of like, you know, at their peak, and it was like one of the biggest kind of sounds that there was. And obviously it's not to say that it's gone anywhere, but it has not been the flavor of the month in if you know what I mean. So it's kind of changed a little bit, you know. And I think, you know, obviously
without clubs.
I mean, obviously clubs
really not working that way. I mean, there's still a few kids, I guess, or like in general a more younger audience who listens to it. But
I mean, I just said even before kind of clubs. I think even before like lockdown happened. I think in the last sort of like 3 years, maybe 2 to 3 years, like the whole kind of like rollers has really like taken over, and minimal rollers, I think as well, like really has kind of become quite a trend in a way. You know, between obviously like the foghorn rollers and this kind of very stripped back, all about the percussion and the drums. That's kind of been, you know, the kind of, I guess, one of the bigger sort of trends. And then maybe it's changing again. I mean, obviously, like say, obviously the kind of, I think the trend at the moment is kind of the whole kind of Imanu, Boonshin kind of style of D&B. Maybe is kind of a little bit of what's current in a way. I don't know.
Yeah, it's postmodern neuro clap snap kind of.
Very clean, very well produced.
Extremely sound design driven.
So maybe maybe in that fact, what will be big in 10 years? Maybe it'll go back round again. Maybe it will be Screechy Belgium Jump Up will be what will be. But it will have mutated somehow, and I don't know quite how. I don't know quite how it would have.
What?
I don't know. With jazz.
I'm kind of scared thinking about it.
I don't want to think that far ahead in the future. To be honest with you,
10 years is crazy.
I mean, I'm gonna be 41 in 10 years, and I mean that's quite a scary thought.
43.
Oosh. still doing it. Still banging out the minimal D&B.
Last minimal D&B produced.
Yeah. Well, we'll be the grey old folk doing minimal D&B still.
I think the London electricity of minimal.
I could see it. Oh, that's probably more likely to be me, if anybody. Let's be honest.
Yeah, probably.
We've got another question here. We got two questions here. I mean, one was who are your biggest influences and who inspires you most outside of D&B? So yeah, influences, maybe some influences in DnB and some influences outside of DnB as well.
Outside of DnB is Rival Consorts, Burial, Apollo Brown, Onra, Edit. Anyone else? Yeah, a bunch of randoms. I don't I don't like to consciously listen too much to other genres. I'll just leave it on in the background because then I don't have to I don't get into the habit of digging too much for it and getting tired of it, you know. It still feels fresh to me, and I want to keep it that way.
I know what you mean. You said you'd only recently been listening to Burial, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
enjoyed it.
but then sorry, no, go ahead.
I've been listening to Burial before, but not consciously.
Right. Okay.
I knew he existed, and I knew what he made, but I've only recently started to sit down and listen to Untrue from start to finish.
Which is an incredible work of art.
Yes.
And kind of timeless music. What about within DnB then? Who's definitely most inspiring you?
The usual suspects: Alex, Gappy, Icicle, early Icicle,
Halogenics,
early Amos, Halogenics, yeah.
The usual crew.
Yeah, just QZB, hieroglyphics.
Have you been getting a lot of support from those guys as well? You have a lot of contact with some of those?
Actually not. I've spoken to hieroglyphics maybe twice. And I've only super briefly spoken to Alex at a party, but I don't think he remembers.
I'm sure he talks to a lot of people in a year.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he does, yeah. And nobody else really. Amos, actually, when they were still a duo, were the first people who played my tunes out on their podcast, which was really interesting.
The cranium sessions, wasn't it?
Yeah, cranium sessions, exactly.
That was a sick podcast. Okay, well maybe we need to change that a little bit. Then we'll have to hit up Alex and Skeppy, and we'll make them a big folder of Wingz dubs and be like, "Here you go, boys." And I'm sure they're gonna love it.
Sorry if I'm sidetracked. I've seen Dan asking how I made the steps in Unfulfilled, and I'm just looking at the project.
So how the hell do you make those stabs in Unfulfilled?
It's just, what is it? Oh yeah, it's just two saw waves with different octaves, a low pass filter, and LFO point modulation on the filter, which goes up. So it starts a bit lower and goes up. So the filter opens up more, it goes boom, boom. If that makes sense. And
it makes sense to Dan.
Yeah, that's just a fuckload of processing on it. It's room, chorus on the mids, distortion, more room, interesting. Some EQ, some mid sides, some limiting, which is pretty crazy. And the other thing is the shimmer send. It's just a send with Valhalla shimmer and an EQ and a limiter. So the send activates pretty much when the sound stops or ends. So there's still some space. It's not empty, which you would assume because the tune is named Unfulfilled. But yeah, that's it basically. It's just I'll show it to him in more detail if he wants to, but not now.
Yeah, maybe not right this moment. We are a little bit busy.
Yes.
But there you go. I hope you made sense of that, Dan, more than I did.
I'm pretty sure he does. Yeah.
I'm sure he did. What else we got? We got Mr. Yano, Mr. Yames Perez asks, who is your dream collab, DMB and non-DMB?
It's like choosing between my children.
I mean, realistically, who have you got anyone that you've been like? Maybe let's go for more like. Oh no, he said dream. He did say dream. All right, I'm going to say it. He said dream. All right.
I'm gonna go with
pick one. If you could pick one artist one DMB artist. Alex, all right, there you go. There you go.
A non-DNB rival consoles or edit maybe.
Okay. Is there anyone like that you would like to collab? Not to say realistically, but any artist that you think, or if anyone in the comments has any suggestions of who they think Wingz should get collabing with.
I mean, I'd love to make a tune with Bertrand already. We were talking about it for so long.
Yeah. I remember you were supposed to go to his studio, weren't you? But that was before COVID.
We talked about before everything came crashing down.
You and Dan as well. You're in clinical. We
tried twice, and he could never do something with it. If he sends me an idea, I'm done. But I'm not gonna whip out another thing and send it to him.
You never know.
Nah, I can't do anything.
Who's been the best person to collab with?
I would say Fentix.
Yeah.
Because when we wrote Fragment, I was over at his place, and I just brought my laptop with a bunch of sounds, and we had the idea in 2 hours.
Wow, really?
And then it was only fine-tuning. Yeah, it was one session. We played it the next day.
and it went off, I'm guessing, as well.
Yeah, it was good. It was a small boat party at an Upper Austrian lake.
Oh, cool.
It was my first time on a boat, actually.
What, your first time on a boat ever? Playing on a boat? All right, I was going to say. First time on a boat.
Playing on a boat, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You've had some good collabs though. I think my personal favorite probably is either the Envy Time Frame. That's a sick tune.
Time Frame was also a really quick one actually.
Yeah,
the main idea was made in one night. I think 3 hours, 4 hours maybe.
Right. Yeah.
And I went to him and I didn't sleep the night before. I was just going, okay, let's make a tune, fuck it.
And it didn't affect anything. It didn't affect anything too badly, obviously.
Dude, I can really, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I'm addicted to sleep deprivation. It's really weird. Because I'm a head person. Like I think so much about everything. Like these days it's a lot better, but in general I used to overthink everything, and when I'm a bit tired, like I make decisions quicker. I make decisions quicker and don't think about it too much, which usually means I'm more efficient. Like I'm dedicating to the idea. Whereas if I slept well and just do random shit, I think too much mostly. Or I used to. It's not too bad these days. I used to, because I was very doubtful until like mid of last year of everything I made, and I'm still doubtful at some points. Like some days I listen to my Wingz and I'm like, fuck this shit, and other times I listen to it and I'm like, yeah, this sounds alright.
Yeah, I know the struggle because I've had to be there with you going through it. No, Marcus, it is good. Don't delete the project. Don't give up.
I don't delete projects. It doesn't matter how bad it is. I don't delete projects.
What do you think changed then in terms of like making you feel better about your work?
I don't know. I wouldn't necessarily say feel better about it, but it has like a certain standard. It doesn't sound like shit. It sounds, even if it only sounds okay, I can work with it. But...
Well, I suppose it's that thing, isn't it? When you've been doing something for as long as you have been, you know, you've been producing 8 years now. You'd like to think like you can get to a good standard regularly.
Yeah, regularly.
Regularly.
Absolutely.
All right, we have another question here from Kira, who asks, "What is the one thing from lockdown that you really appreciated and liked least in terms of making music?"
What one thing I really appreciate and like least.
So, what's something that you've appreciated from lockdown with your music?
I couldn't think of anything, to be honest. I just wasn't going out at the weekends and didn't earn money for most of the time. So yeah, I don't know if that's very appreciative.
I mean, I suppose it's that thing, like, you know, like you're saying, you had to stay in, which is good for productivity. Maybe. I mean, I found it better. I have found it better. I mean, it's a weird one, isn't it? It's a weird one because I think sometimes it has helped for productivity. You know, not having to go out. You know, especially as well. You know, if you do go out and you do party and you do drink and, you know, you then end up, you know, I'm at that age where I now take a few days to like recover afterwards.
Same.
So, you know, yeah, that's what I mean. So
I'm pretty much done for 2 days.
Yeah, exactly. So at least you haven't had that. But then, I mean, like you're saying, that maybe that is like, you know, that is something that you appreciated, but then something that you don't like. I mean, obviously, you know, you relied on that for money, for, you know, for.
Yeah, I mean, my life came down crumbling. So.
I like how you just sort of like laugh at that. My life came down crumbling.
That's how it is.
How have you felt, like, more so recently? Have you kind of got things back on track a bit? I mean, has it been better?
Yeah, I'm worrying myself out a bit on the remixes to make some cash. Yeah, that's mostly it.
You did do a lot of remix. You have done a lot of remixes lately.
Yeah, I'm still doing. Yeah. Apart from the Think of You remix, which I'm not doing anymore.
No.
Maybe I'll pick it up again, but for now it's.
You need to send me that file anyway. I'll have it to play if that's right. Whatever.
You wanna play it out and see?
Yeah, I totally do. Fuck John and his opinion. And Dom as well. Fuck you both. No, I love you. I love you really. Someone has said Division and Wingz should collab. Do you think you and Fabian?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, we'll do that. We'll get that to happen.
You can always send me something if you want to.
I wonder, have you got any more? Is there any more like Austrian artists that you kind of really rating at the moment?
I mean, Jean, obviously, he's like the most interesting for me at the moment. And Fantix, of course, he's sick. Alibi is technically Austrian. Fabio is technically Austrian. He's also really sick and makes a lot of cool shit. Dorian, aka I'm Doomed, is really sick at producing as well. Makes lots of cool rollers. Also a bit borderline cringy stuff, but it's still listenable. Scores also really sick. Who else?
Pretty good.
Yeah,
Give a big up.
Morphus, obviously fucking crazy with the production. Obviously Fabian as well, really sick tunes.
Secular, probably should give a big up to
Yeah, Secular as well, Mr. Big Flopper.
Mr. Big Flopper. The
Obviously, he's crazy.
he is a fucking madman. Why do you think why is Austria so good for D&B? Do you know why? Like, what's the secret? Because like I'm not gonna lie, on the Overview Music SoundCloud, the #1 city in the world is Vienna for us.
Well, really, for me, it's like 8.
Really?
My most listened isn't Vienna or Austria.
Really? What's
Yeah,
your most listened city?
I think it's UK.
Bristol, London, probably.
Wait, let me see. But I only have a free account, so I can only.
I can't do the full on. Yeah, wait. Look, I'm gonna find it. Range all time. The #1.
Where is it? Station share edit.
Yeah. The #1 city. The #1 city for our listeners on SoundCloud is Vienna.
Oh, it's your insights. I'm stupid.
I mean the #1 country is the UK.
For me, it's UK and London.
Right.
But wait, that's only last week. Sorry.
I mean, I'm just so sort of like I can't quite work out why Vienna? What's going on there? Why Austria? How come you love D&B so much?
I mean, it's probably because the scene was very it came to be very early. Like, I think Vienna caught on quickly, like, because back then when someone, I was watching like old interviews and shit, and it was always like, I think Bristol, then was it the Netherlands, or was it
Probably the Netherlands, like Rotterdam.
a second or third already? Yeah, Vienna, Austria, and we also had some fucking sick parties in the early 2000s when I didn't even go out to drum and bass or listen to drum and bass.
Right. Okay.
Rich history.
Right, a rich history. Do you think? I mean, because obviously, like, music is very important to Austria, right? I mean, obviously, it's kind of arguably one of the kind of like cultural capitals of like classical music. I mean,
oh yeah, I forgot to mention Came on Crooked.
Oh yeah. Oh, they get enough mentions.
Yeah, I watched them pretty much to grow what they are now. Like, they used to play when I went out to do drum and bass, like to parties in 2008 onwards. They played at the Flex like every 2 weeks, putting down the sickest sets.
Well, like playing to like 100, 200 people, like, if that sort of thing.
Yeah, like. pretty much. Yeah, on a first day.
Right. Okay. So that must have been a big influence on you then, to sort of see them grow. You know, to obviously, like, you know, from your own community, you know, and guys that you must have known and seen. You know, to then, I mean, they're now one of the biggest, you know, drum and bass acts in the world now, really.
I wouldn't even say drum and bass, like, in general, just really, really big artists. Really crazy dudes.
But
yeah, I've been watching them, like, and I think it's like a kind of when you go out like a few months or longer, kind of got the just wanted to start DJing. Really, it's just I downloaded virtual DJ and fucked around.
We've all been there, and that was how I started too. Actually, that was actually how I started too. I virtual DJ, got a few MP3s, probably got them from some dodgy places that I shouldn't have got them from. Shh, no, don't say anything about that. And then yeah, it's going to be a superstar DJ after that.
Yeah.
What year was that?
How's that going?
What year was that? Superstar DJ. It's going alright. I mean,
that was 2008.
2008.
I went to the first party in late 2007.
Okay.
And then I got hooked, basically. Just before that, I only listened to like the most extreme German punk rock you can imagine.
Yes, I can so imagine that. Okay, so that was.
You can't.
No, I get. So that was your kind of like you were an angry German Austrian youth, kind of going to. Did you go to shows? Go to like punk shows and stuff?
No. As it was I didn't really go out at all. Like,
right.
I went skateboarding and shit, and to friends, but I never went to bars or clubs or anything. It only started with drum and bass.
Right. Why did you go to drum and bass night? What was the reason why?
That's a good question. I think a friend invited me. I think I'll have to. Yeah, I think a mate was like, yeah, let's go there, check it out. Because we were listening to, like, I was listening unconsciously to drum and bass for like half a year before. But only Pendulum and also, which is not drum and bass, the Prodigy. Yeah, just like those entry level things. And he also had, I think it was a drum and bass arena CD.
Classic.
Like DJ Hype or something, maybe. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Everyone had one of those.
There's like 10 different ones or something.
Yeah.
And also, I think he also had DJ Fresh Escape from Planet Monday on CD. Which was kind of the gateway into the whole thing.
Right. Okay. And then, so you were listening to it a little bit before, and obviously then your friend was like, "Hey, yeah, you should come to this party." Was it a big party? Like, how many people are you talking?
Yeah, our mainframe was really big. It was like 1,000 people, I guess.
Oh, crikey!
Like a big room, big warehouse type thing.
Okay.
It's like an old the arenas and what's it called? A meat factory?
An abattoir.
An abattoir? That's what it's called.
Yeah,
that's never heard of what.
That's what they call it. That's what we call them in the UK. I played in an old abattoir in Sweden actually.
Okay. Cool.
I don't know why. Maybe abattoirs just make good venues. I don't know. Apparently so. There's a correlation there.
Big halls, man.
Big halls. Big up to the Vienna gang, by the way. I'm gonna give an extra big up. I want to come to Vienna again, because we were supposed to do Overview Vienna. That was in our first year, so that was like 2 years ago now, and then we had.
Yeah, that was really heartbreaking, to be honest.
Yeah.
I was very pissed.
Yeah, man, that was. I think out of a lot of things that happen. I mean, that's always it, isn't it? Like, you know, you can have a lot of things go really well, and then
yeah,
that was just sheer unfortunate circumstances, you know. I mean, basically what happened was it was Marcus's first release, and we were supposed to be doing a release party.
What's the EP?
Yeah, Okay, yeah, no, sorry, yeah. The first EP.
Yeah.
And then Sarah, big up to Sarah and Mac. At Contrast, we obviously were gonna do hey everyone. And then long story short, we got to the fucking airport and the plane was cancelled and yeah. But you still had the party. It was still a really good night. I heard it was still a really good night. Like
It was really good. Fabio jumped in. I didn't know him that well back then, but he did a sick job. And I apparently did a sick job as well. So all good.
Yeah. No, so that, and then obviously we came out, me and the girl, me and the missus. We came out to Vienna still.
Yeah, that was cool as well.
Yeah, that was really nice.
Hot weather.
And it was a lovely city. So promoters in Vienna want to book overview Vienna. Well, you guys have still got to like get kind of a little bit over the whole kind of COVID thing. Let's not get.
No, we're far from
being that.
I don't want to talk about.
No. I tell you what, I want to roll back. I want to roll back because I want to know a little bit more about your entry into drum and bass. So obviously you went to this warehouse party. Did you like stay there all night? I mean, was it one of those experiences where you were like,
I don't remember.
You don't remember? You don't remember?
I don't remember.
So you were also drinking quite heavily, I'm guessing.
No, back then I wasn't drinking so much.
No?
No.
What do you mean you don't remember? You don't remember your first party? Who was it that was playing? Who was it that was playing?
Yeah, I remember Pendulum.
It was Pendulum. So yeah.
Pendulum, hosted by MC Vars.
Okay.
Which I got a tune with coming out, by the way.
By the way, just a little cheeky plug, Rebel Music. MC Verse. Big up. Okay. So then, I mean, after that, was that like, did you then start going to drum and bass parties quite regularly after that, or was it a slow kind of start? Or?
I think it slowly creeped up, but next year I went to the Urban Art Forms Festival in 2008.
Okay.
So that was my very first festival and just completely new experiences for me, which was really fun.
What is that? Was that like a 3 or 4 day kind of festival in the mountains or something?
I think it was. No, it's really long actually. But I think it was from Thursday to Sunday morning.
Right.
Like on Thursday there were only Austrian acts, like local DJs and shit.
Yeah.
And on the later days, the big guns.
Do you remember who played that?
Oh, I've seen. Who have I seen? I've seen DC Breaks, Drum Sound and Bassline Smith. I think Marcus Intellects played as well.
Right.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, R.I.P.
Who else? It was on the main stage. It was also non-drum bass. There were Lützenkirchen.
Okay.
Who made like a really German, like a really famous song called Drei Tage Wach.
I don't know that one, unfortunately.
And Digitalism, which is like a big electro act. And who else was there? I can't tell you.
But that was a really great, really great festival. Like you had a good time.
Yeah, it's really sick experience, to be honest. Even though I wasn't talking to anyone besides my friends, because I couldn't. I had huge anxiety.
Right. Okay. Oh, bless.
And I didn't even drink too much. Did I even drink? I don't remember.
Not a lot then, obviously. You were just there for the experience, really.
Yeah, mostly. It wasn't like it was like it's now, where I pretty much know someone everywhere who I can hang out with or talk with or just have fun with.
Yeah. Okay, so obviously, you went to these first kind of like few experiences. I mean, how long into that was it then when you decided you wanted to DJ? I mean, why did you want to DJ? What was the kind of
I think I
thought
just
between that?
wanted to to mix the tunes the way I wanted.
Right. Okay.
I think that was in general. I was back then. I was really obsessed with mixing. I had like those phases where someone played a tune and I was unconsciously thinking about the next tune,
Right.
like
Okay.
trying to guess what's coming in, and it's really interesting, really weird. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So you were just like kind of hooked. I mean, was that quite soon into it then? I mean, obviously you must have had like friends and stuff around
Yeah, I
you
had
that were
a,
like,
had a handful of friends, yeah,
and they obviously
who I've known from school and from friends from school as well, because or maybe from skateboarding. The cat just dropped into a big ass um, package.
oh, we're on the cat. Get the cat on camera. We're on the cat.
I can't.
Kitty,
She's
kitty,
in
kitty.
She's in a big ass box
He's
now.
chilling. He's got his box. He's happy.
No, she is in the box,
sorry.
and he is Cookie.
Cookie, come on, get over here. Get on camera. We want to make you famous.
No, it's very. He only comes if he wants to.
Oh. So yeah. You said you like just started picking it up. You wanting to DJ.
Yeah, I just wanted to DJ basically. Just wanted to see how it works. Like, it took a while to understand how drum and bass works, like the song structures, because I didn't really think about how it works or how I mix something. And one day I just realized, hey, wait a second.
Count to 4. There's 4 bars.
Yeah.
Easy.
Because I'm not really, I don't have any musical training or theory or knowledge.
Yeah.
I just
Okay.
went into it pretty much blind.
Right. No. I mean,
I listened to lots of punk rock, and punk rock doesn't really have a structure, I think.
well, that's the point of it, is that it doesn't have
Yeah.
a structure, right?
Yeah, it's anti as fuck.
Anti. Fuck the system. Okay, so I'm just trying to like sort of like piece together like where this is all kind of like fitting in. I mean, did you mix on vinyl, or was it all just virtual DJ, or
I was all virtual DJ, never owned vinyl.
Did you own a set of decks or a controller or anything?
I bought a €100 Hercules controller.
Oh yes! Big up the Hercules! Big up the Hercules controller gang! I know Daz is enjoying that right now.
3E2 or something. It's like.
Have you still got it?
I think I borrowed it to a friend. Or I gave it to a friend, maybe.
Right. Okay.
Because it's just made back then. It was so weird to mix on this. I like had, and then I used Tractor already.
Right.
And
Okay.
I mapped everything in Tractor to the controller. Like, I tried to get the pitch fader as close as possible to like real CDJs, but this is a complete mess. Yeah.
Well, €100 controller. Plus this was a while ago as well. This was
it was ages. It was 2008. 2009,
yeah, right.
maybe.
The technology wasn't quite as good as it is today.
Yeah.
So what kind of like brought you on to wanting to produce then? Why did you what made you start that? What was the kind of reasoning behind it, or was it
Really, just I chatted with some people on DMB forum, and I spoke to some producers as well. I'm sorry if I annoyed you back then. I hope I didn't. Yeah, in general, just what really gave the. I tinkered around with it. Some mates as well. One mate had Reason in 2011, I think.
Right, yeah.
No, it was earlier. It was
2010 maybe.
2009, 2010-ish, and I just looked what he does, and I was confused as fuck. Didn't know what I was looking at
Yeah.
because Reason is weird.
Complicated. yeah. I have seen
And
that.
yeah, what really gave me what really made me jump the cliff was speaking to Matthews like in 2012. I think it was late 2012, and somehow we were talking about. I was casually chatting to him before that. I was just bigging him up, like, you know, being the usual fanboy. And I mean, you gotta start somewhere, right?
Yeah, right.
And yeah, and that's, he just said, yeah, if you want to stand out, you have to produce.
Mm.
And I don't know, I can easily get invested into something if I enjoy it.
Mm.
Like producing at the start was hell, pretty much. Like I pretty much forced myself every day, like at least 1 hour, just watch a tutorial or read how something works, and then replicate the tutorial and fuck around a bit and see if you understood it or if there's something. And yeah, just forcing yourself basically. But after I think a year and a half, I understood what I was doing, and it was a lot more fun already, and I was pretty much only producing, even though everything sounded shit.
In your
But
opinion.
I was still doing. No, it's definitely sounded shit. But yeah, I mean, you gotta start somewhere. That's the thing with producing. It's like, I mean, these days it's a lot easier with all the Patreons, mentors, and shit. But back then, you just had to do shit. I mean, back then you still had tutorials. You had like Seamless and some Emperor live streams, some very old ones, where I learned a lot about workflow and shit. Big ups, Connor.
Big
and
ups.
yeah, that's pretty much it. Then after some time, you just start developing your own workflow and understand things a bit better, and then you make random shit for a few years, and then you start realizing, or like you start adapting to sounds, like what do I need for this sound, how can I make this sound better, how do I EQ this correctly so it sounds good, and shit like that.
Is there any advice that you'd give to an artist like at the beginning of their career that maybe has only been producing for a few months or a year or something? What would you tell them?
Keep it up. Just don't get discouraged. Just stay patient, have fun, learn your plugins, learn the basics, watch a lot of tutorials. Just have fun, really, seriously. I mean, it depends on the person who's making music. Since I want to make pretty much everything myself, I don't know why, that's just how I am.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I find it much more satisfying if I know. I mean, there's still really sick tunes with samples, and I mean the genre is basically built upon samples. But in general, it's more I have way more satisfaction if I hear the tune and other people like it, or people dance to it, and I know, yeah, I made this from scratch, or I spent days, weeks tweaking this. pretty much. Yeah.
I think it's that thing of like,
even if it doesn't sound that good, but it will sound good at some point. At some point.
yeah. Well, I think it's that taking pride in your work and it being, you know, paying off in the long run, I guess. Like you're saying, like if you actually do make it all yourself, 100%, you've not relied on anybody else or anything else, and
I mean, tutorials definitely.
Yeah.
But in general, just figuring shit out is very satisfying.
So we are saying basically, if anyone didn't know, Wingz does make every single sound himself from scratch, and is
apart from acapellas.
Apart from a few acapellas. I mean, you've sung on a couple of the tracks, haven't you?
What?
You've sung on a couple of the tracks. No. Jean, he says the roughest gem for him is still Drill by Wingz.
The Drill.
I remember Drill.
I remember Drill.
ID
Ulterior Motive.
That was a good tune, actually.
No, it's Ulterior Motive, but bad.
No, really?
Yeah. I wanted to make something like Tesla by Ulterior Motive.
Right. You can still get it on Bandcamp. If you want to go get the Drill, you can go get it on Bandcamp.
Yeah, it's in the free downloads.
Oh, it's on a free download as well.
No, it's in the Bandcamp free downloads I've made over the years.
Right, yeah. You have. I tell you what, that's another question. I mean, I would have to say, like, what's your kind of trick, or have you got any advice to people to how to be kind of consistent? Because I would say that's one thing that you certainly are as a producer.
Sound library, sound design, make sounds, resample sounds, layer sounds, make more sounds.
And then if you've not done that, make more sounds again.
Yeah, don't forget to make sounds.
So basically, that's the trick, because it does
build up a library.
Yeah.
Because then you can be quick, and if you have an idea, you don't need to fiddle around too much with mixing. You can just drag in that drum loop, and you know that drum loop sounds good. Then just go. You don't necessarily have to use it, but it's good as an anchor. Like, I think you consciously or subconsciously, if you have something like a good drum loop in the project, it's easier to make something good with it, I guess. I don't know. I'm really OCD when it comes to mixing. I can't like just arrange projects without mixing. I think I have to, even if I make 8 or 16 bars, I have to mix them. Like, they have to sound alright to me, because otherwise I'm just like, no, fuck this shit.
That's understandable.
I can't really work that way.
You set yourself some high levels of expectations and a high bar.
Yeah. Mostly. I don't meet them often. I mean, yeah.
In your own opinion, a lot of people. I swear you are one of your own worst critic. But there you go. Hey, there you go. Look, I've just seen it. Free downloads I made over the years.
Yeah.
So if anyone wants to, I tell you what, I'm gonna link it right here into the chat.
Just pin it.
I've just dropped a link in. If anyone wants to go and get, I mean, you can also you can donate Marcus a little bit of money for that if you want as well. You don't, it's pay what you want, but there's no fixed fee. Money would be nice. Yeah. Also, go sign up to the Overview Patreon as well if you're feeling generous. But yeah, look, there's 11 tunes right there that you can get. You got the original. The Regrets VIP with Skylark, Roller Dub as well. There's some bangers in there.
Look at this, man.
Oh, Kitty. Hey, Cookie the kitty. There we go. We got the money shot. Oh, and he's gone. She's gone.
No, he's gone.
He's gone.
Cookie is the guy.
You got two. You got a girl and a boy.
Yeah.
What's he doing? Is he running into a box now?
No, she's going bonkers.
Oh no. Kitty.
She's like the countryside cat, and he's a normal house kitty.
Town cat. He's the town cat.
And he's castrated as well, and
Oh no.
a thick boy.
I do feel so sorry for cats that we do that to cats. Just take their nuts off them and like. I don't know why we're getting onto this topic of conversation, but
yeah,
I feel pretty sorry for cats. I mean, I know people are like, oh, you don't want them to spray everywhere and whatever, but you wouldn't like it if you got castrated, would you? that poor cat. I was gonna ask, like, are they not having like a litter of baby kitties? But apparently they're not.
Yeah,
he's never gonna do it.
Does Emma not want cats? Or...
I've been castrated. Well, I would like a cat, to be honest with you, but at the moment, like, I'm not sure if we're allowed a cat in where we're living.
Oh yeah, pet situation. Okay.
Yeah, that kind of deal. So.
Clear that up, maybe.
Yeah, I think so. So we'll. Yeah, no, I'll think about it, and we're working on it. We're working on it basically. I want to get some fish actually. I do want to get some fish. That's what I'm hoping to.
Or like goldfish or something, or like rainbow fish.
I would like a couple of like black goldfish. You know, the ones with like the big eyes.
Yeah.
I think they're so cool, and like they've got like the wispy bits, and that's my ambition for my house. And then maybe a cat, maybe a cat. We have someone on Andreas has asked, ever thought about sharing some secrets on Twitch, Wingo?
Yeah, I'd love to, but laptop won't do it. I can't really do anything besides basic sound design, which I'm sometimes doing on Discord, on my Discord, which is open to everyone.
I tell you what, can you drop a link for your Discord into this chat?
Yeah, I'll send it to you.
Don't send it. Oh, you can send it to me, I guess.
I'll send it to you because I'm lazy.
Yeah, cheers, man. Where are you sending it to me? On Discord?
Yeah, I just sent it into the conversation.
Yeah, so Andreas, sometimes Marcus will go onto Discord and he will do some production in there. Have you started getting on the mic and stuff as well and doing it, or?
Yeah, in the end, like when I got the mic, I haven't been streaming on Discord for ages, to be honest. But yeah, when I got the mic, I was doing a few days, I think. In general, I mean, I think it was predominantly when I made, when Vital was new and I made a bunch of sounds with it. And then maybe I can make basic, like, I don't know, basic sounds. But I don't think I can really delve into arrangements and shit.
Right.
Because it will be taking a toll on my CPU, which is a second generation Intel Pentium i5, second generation, and we are at, I think it's at 10th generation now. Yeah. We
got a question here from Jane, who asks if you would make a dream lineup from 2206.
From 10 to 6. No, it's from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m.
Oh, right, okay.
I was like, we have 24 hour time measures.
And okay, so if you could pick a dream lineup, which artist would you pick?
Why the fuck do you have to ask so many hard questions? Seriously. I mean,
who are like? I'm not sure.
I mean, I don't know. There's so many sick people.
I tell you what is actually a dream lineup is going to be Critical versus Overview in London on in November.
I think it was November 25th.
Number 26th, I think, actually.
26th.
Which may actually consist of what would be my dream lineup of Overview artists, which includes Wingz, Waze, Clinical, Ill Truth, Rizzle, and a few more. So that's a little preview. If you have, no one actually knows what the lineup is going to be yet.
Don't tell anyone.
So I'm not going to tell too many people, but that's a few people.
No,
got.
I mean the viewers.
I've just told him. I've just told him.
No, I mean the viewers.
Oh right.
The
So definitely go buy some tickets if you can, because that is actually gonna sell out. I'm not gonna lie to you, it is gonna sell out. And you're gonna be really gutted, because not only that, but the main room lineup for Critical is absolutely mental as well. That is a dream lineup kind of material. It's a bit surreal that it's actually happening.
Fuck, I look like a psycho.
I don't look much better, mate. Come on. I'm starting to look a bit red. I am looking a bit red today. Is it me? I am looking a bit red. I think so.
You only drank one beer, haven't you?
Only one beer, yeah.
Yeah, you get red when you drink.
Yeah. No, I do.
Your blood
going something. And it's hot. It's quite hot as well. I'm wearing my new Overview hoodie, which you can go pick up right now on our website and Bandcamp.
I'm not. Mine's over there. I'm wearing. I don't know if you see it. Wearing a Techniques shirt.
Oh, sick!
It's really old. I have this since.
That's cool.
8 years, maybe.
I like it.
Yeah, it's my home attire.
Lounging about. All right. Well, I tell you what. Like, I don't think I'm going to keep you too much longer. But I just wanted to, ask, what next? What next for Marcus? Have you got any sort of like ambitions or anything you can sort of like tell us about that is on its way, or any sort of exciting projects that you can let the viewers know?
I've got on the 14th there's the collab with Ben Vars on his EP, which is on his birthday on Random Music. What's next? Then I just got the master back for the Perception remix, where I made runner up. So I reckon that's coming out sooner or later.
You did actually get runner. You did actually get runner up in that competition.
Yeah, I did get runner up, and they are putting
sick.
all of the runner ups on the release as well, which is really sick.
Okay, awesome.
And yeah, what else? Yeah, a bunch of remixes. Like I've remixed Submarine, I've remixed Grey Code, I've remixed Data Free, I've remixed Teach. Then a Delta 9 remix for Tweaks. What else?
What haven't you remixed?
Yeah, that's a question, right? What haven't I remixed? And yeah, I'm just working on the next EP, as you know. Huh?
Yeah, we may have signed another Wingz EP, but this one we are hoping to. No, we're not. We're hoping. We're actually going to do a vinyl release for it. So
yeah, you better not be hoping.
No, it's 100% going to be a vinyl release. It's just obviously the times right now for vinyl are mental. But yeah, that's another. It's like
6 months, I think.
18 weeks. Yeah, 18 weeks. Which
18 weeks. It says 6 months. No.
I don't know. I don't actually know. But that is a very, very exclusive bit of Wingz overview information right now. That Wingz is going to be released on vinyl. We're hoping this year.
Yeah, that will have a really sick collab on it. I'm not gonna tell you with whom.
Ooh.
And a remix.
No.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. We'll see what
Most of them
we'll see what happens
have a
on that one.
really cool trio that makes really sick music.
Yeah, it's noisier. It is noisier. Yeah, so
And a bunch of collabs, I think.
you've got some other sort of releases and stuff coming out. We have also got
Pretty sorted for this year, to be honest.
we have also got the sample pack coming very soon as well.
Oh, I thought the Patreon sample pack was the.
Which what Patreon sample pack?
I've seen you posted something about a Patreon sample.
Yeah, no, that's completely unrelated. That's completely unrelated.
Oh, okay.
That's only got like 15 samples. So yeah, if anyone wants to go to the Overview Patreon, you can get the Overview Patreon sample pack. But we do actually another exclusive bit of information right now. We actually have a sample pack coming from Marcus. We're doing like the first ever proper overview sample pack. I may have also got Ways and Wingz, so Ways and Clinical, sorry. So it's actually going to be Clinical, Ways and Wingz sample pack coming for overview.
It's the very first time I'm ever giving sounds away.
And the last. No, you'll get better now. You'll be like, this is easy, and I can make good money from this.
Mate, I saved pretty much every sound from when I started producing. That's why it was easy.
Wow, shit, man. I wish I was that organized. I don't. I've lost so much.
I'm not organized.
You managed to keep hold of all those sounds. That's a long time.
I kept the sounds, but they are not named or anything. It's just
Okay.
direct sample 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2,437,
Right. Yeah.
etc. It's really not. It's anything but organized. I'm the master of chaos.
That should totally be your new tagline now. The master of chaos. All right, man.
Cheesy.
It is cheesy. That is cheesy. That's why I like it. All right, man. Well, look, I think we can just about wrap it up there. I usually end it with the person or people giving a bit of a big up, giving a bit of a shout out. Is there anyone that you would like to give a big up to, give a thank you to? Now's your chance.
I mean, yeah, sure. Sarah, Feli, Milo, Mac, Danny, Jean. Fucking too many names, man. What the fuck?
List them off.
All my friends from Vienna and from all around the world. Music Squad, of course.
Big up,
and my family, producer friends, keep it up. Everyone's sending me some really sick music. Yeah, everyone who supports me, everyone who stood by me, even if the times weren't like too good lately. And every DJ who supported me, everyone who downloaded the promo and left feedback on it. I don't know, pretty much everyone at this point.
Big up to everyone, basically. No, I think that's nice, man. I think that's nice. There's a lot of people to thank, and yeah, all right.
Yes.
Well, and big up to Cookie as well.
Look how he sleeps.
Mate, that looks cosh. That looks a really nice. His
head is resting on the armrest.
Mate, that is prime position right there.
Look at him.
Oh wow, he's a big boy. He's thick.
Damn boy.
You've been eating all that. Been eating all that. We've been eating all those treats. All right. Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much to everyone that has been watching. Thank you to anyone that has been listening. Thank you very much, Marcus, for finally doing this. It's only been 2 years.
Yeah.
We finally managed to do it. But honestly, it's been a good chat today, and I hope everyone has enjoyed it. Yeah. Obviously, please do go buy a copy. Please do support Marcus's new EP. It's also going to be out on Spotify and Beatport at midnight tonight. Any sort of shares?
Fuck Spotify.
Fuck Spotify a little bit. I do fucking hate them. But do please go support it in any way. Obviously, please do go check out Marcus on SoundCloud, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, you know, wherever it is. You know how to spell his name. You know who he is. And yeah, just keep on watching what's going on and watching what's next. And I'm hoping that we're obviously going to be able to see each other very soon, Marcus, and that you're going to be in the UK or that I'm going to be in Austria, and
hopefully, man,
we can have some fun times. We got some plans, so it is going to happen.
Yeah, I'm still very, very skeptic about it, but
let's not end on a bad note. We're ending on a good note.
Fingers crossed.
All right, guys. Thank you very much, and we'll see you all very soon.
Bye bye.
Good night. Peace and love. Bye bye bye.